dear friends, and welcome to my urban food forest garden. My name is Kelley, and I'm so grateful for you all being with me here in this moment and taking a little time to learn about my story. The reason I feel it's important that I share this information with you all is because I didn't grow up in some sort of wild place on a farm. I instead grew up here in a very busy city in South Florida. And I share this information with you so that you know that if I can do this, you can do this. So for me, a lot of times when I tell people what I do, they'll say that I don't have a green thumb. But the truth is that it's all about relationship. And for me, I didn't really have that relationship with living systems growing up. Sure, life was around me all the time, but I was very focused on the world of human things, as many of us are. And so it wasn't really until I went to school, I left my hometown and I started studying philosophy that I started to encounter some important teachers, both plants and person. Also at this time, I experienced my first bout of depression, anxiety, and real darkness. And so, just seemingly coinciding together, I started to have this awareness of living systems and of the living world. But it wasn't really until I left New Orleans and I entered into a new place and into an even deeper and darker place that the messages started to really come through. And so years ago I was at a farmer's market, and I'm not even really sure why, other than this higher intelligence guided me to purchase a milkweed plant. And so I brought this milkweed plant home, and the milkweed lived on my back porch, and no caterpillars were laid, no eggs were laid on my plant during that time. It wasn't until I left that situation that I really needed to leave and to grow and evolve from that the milkweed was transported somewhere else, and one morning I woke up and it was covered in caterpillars. And I just felt so excited. I felt so touched that this living creature had laid its eggs on my plant and had trusted me with this. Was my whole story around it. When friends would come over, I'd bring them outside to show them the caterpillars. I'd be so excited about it. And I've learned so many lessons along the way from this process of transformation and of trusting nature, of trusting living systems. Another story that comes to mind was a hurricane rolled through that summer, and I brought the caterpillars inside and created this little habitat for them to keep them safe. And I brought them outside after the storm, and the plant was covered in caterpillars that had weathered the storm. And I realized that it's not necessarily up to me to control things, that there are patterns and rhythms to nature, and if I allow myself to trust them and learn from them, then I can gain a whole lot. And so there were a lot of teachers along the way, but it started with this one plant. And since that time, I have learned so much from being in relationship with living systems. This space I moved into a little less than 3 years ago, and all of this was just a classic grass lawn. But I have created, along with the help of nature, a space to learn and to grow and to have access to food and medicine right outside my front door, and access to a deeper understanding of why we're here and what it means to be alive on our planet. And also a sense of purpose, too. Me being here right now, sharing these words with you, has guided me on my path to support myself and to support our larger home. And so I'm really excited to show you all around my food forest garden. I'm really excited to share more about myself with you all, because for the longest time as a teacher, I've been teaching you all about plants, about composting, soil building, but the truth is that the reason I love this stuff so much is because it saved me. It revealed who I really am. And my hope is that if I share a little bit of this information with you all and you gain these tools, you will then open yourself up to the amazing lessons that life has to teach you. And so, thank you all so much. Let's head on in.